I'm Jaki Valensi-Lauper, and welcome to another exciting edition of Jackie's Buzz. We're very excited to have with us today some guests of London Betty, a wonderfully, fabulously funny film. Welcome PhilHall and Thomas Edward Seymour. Thank you very much for coming on to Jackie's Buzz to talk about this.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. And of course, Thomas, you played Billy.
I did.
And he was the director and writer, so juggling a lot of hats. And Phil, you were Sergeant,
I'm Sergeant Stone, actually
Sergeant
Sergeant Barbara Stone.
Sergeant Barbara Stone, yes.
I got in touch with my feminine side for the movie.
How was that, Phil?
It was a fascinating experience, running around in drag with a nice blonde wig and makeup and blue eyeshadow. You know, blondes do have more fun.
Do they?
Yes, I can assure you of that.
I've heard that.
Yes.
Now, did you have to do a little arm twisting to play that role?
Actually, the role was my idea. Tom originally wrote the screenplay. I was supposed to be a Russian hitman, but I can't do a Russian accent. So I said instead, how about if I play a transvestite ex-Marine hitman? And he said, all right, sure. That's
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I was
how-
like sold. Yeah, no.
That's where the character came from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I have to ask you about Nicole Lewis. She is amazing. She's the lead, London Betty, in this. And now, is she really British or?
No, she's not.
No.
She's not. She's from Queens.
Queens. She did a fabulous British accent, by the way.
Yeah,
Really wonderful.
She loves British comedy, and I wrote the role specifically for her.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, now where did you know her from, or how did you find her?
Well, she's actually my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, that's
yeah.
so funny. See a little touch of drama in there.
Yeah.
She's beautiful and very talented. I mean,
Yeah.
she just did an amazing job. I think she just
Yeah.
took it away. Now, where does this talent come from? Do you have family members that are in the arts, or?
No,
No.
no.
Oh.
I'm the first person in my family to do this.
Do they think it's odd or nice?
They don't know what to make of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that strange
I
Cinderella.
come from
is
a
that
family of lawyers and doctors, and so here I am running around in a blonde wig shooting people. So yeah.
Yeah.
There's that crazy relative of ours.
Yeah, I don't like. My mom is a nurse and my dad's an engineer, and they've become artists like later in life. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they weren't really artistic, you know, when they were younger. And I found out my grandma used to act in plays when she was a teenager, and basically that's the only.
That's the extent of
It's
it.
the extent of any sort of connection or.
Well, you know, Tom, your father built one of the props for this film.
Oh,
the
yeah.
giant coin.
Wow.
Yes,
Really? Now, where do you think it came from? Were you always interested in it as a kid, or?
Yeah. I mean, I remember. I think I was like maybe like 10, and I borrowed my neighbor Billy Grant's Super 8 camera and started shooting footage.
Oh,
And
nice.
it kind of went from there. I had a public access show just
Wow.
out of high school, and just started making features. I think I finished my
Wow.
first feature at 19.
I was reading that. That is amazing.
It wasn't very good.
But still, to be so young. And then at 23, there was a second production I was reading. right?
Yeah, that was the one where PhilHall really. I mean, that was the start of my career. PhilHall really started it.
Wow.
I mean, it was a theatrical run. It played for what? I mean,
2 weeks.
yeah.
How
Yeah.
exciting. Oh, and with London Betty, now where can it be found? I know Blockbuster, you can rent it, right?
Amazon,
And Amazon to be bought.
Netflix as well.
Yeah.
Netflix as well.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, and you
Mhm.
guys definitely have to check it out. Won Best Connecticut Film at the Silk City Film Fest. Best Feature Film at the Accolade Film Fest in 2005. Won Underground Spirit Award at New Haven Underground Film Fest. Best Actress nomination for Nicole Lewis, who's amazing, at the Hoboken International Film Fest. Best Dramedy nomination at Barebones International, and Honorary and Director Showcase, New York B-Movie Film Fest 2008. And the list goes on. I mean, this is incredible, including some really great reviews. I read some online reviews that were pretty amazing. So, I mean, does it feel like pretty good that, you've been doing this for a while in your careers, and now it's...
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like, the culmination of a lot of work, and it does feel like, I mean, I do feel like it's compounding in the sense that, like, the more I learn, every film that I make, I think, gets better.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So,
That must be wonderful in itself, to just see the progression, right?
it is nice. I remember when I was, I think I was like 19 or 20, and I was working at Blockbuster, and just my goal was to just have a film on the shelf. You know, like I want to be on the shelf at Blockbuster, and that, you know, even though the other films we've got out in Netflix and places like that, other video store chains, this is the first time where it's out in a Blockbuster.
Wow. And I wanted to ask you about New Wave as well. That was another well-known film, right?
Shot here in Connecticut too?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
We could be an advertisement for Connecticut.
Yeah, New Wave, I'm going to say 90% was shot in Connecticut.
Wow.
There's a few, I think the bank heist in the film was actually shot in New York City, but yeah, I mean, it starred John Krasinski from The Office, and I got to act with him. He was nice enough.
Was he nice? Yeah. You're really fascinating, and
Thank
we're
you.
definitely going to be following these very talented gentlemen, so thank you very much for
Thank you
joining
for
the
having us.
show.
Thanks for having
Thank you
us,
so
yeah.
much.
I'm here with Alec Aston, president of the SECT Film Showcase tonight. Alec, tell us about the film festival and tell us about your role.
Where what we did is we had 9 filmmakers from the area just screen the films that they had worked on over the past year. And it was an amazing, amazing night into itself. We had a packed house, and we're gonna have 2 more screenings coming up on Mother's Day, actually, on May 9th.
Wonderful.
And on May 12th, on Wednesday. So we hope you can join us. But the event itself and what it is, where it comes from, is it comes from our little organization here. We've carved a kind of niche for ourselves because we've been a bunch of filmmakers that have gotten together to create films, and we pretty much help each other. You know, manifest what we dream about, the little stories that we have. And the real blessing is we have this wonderful location all around us to use. So Connecticut, Southern Rhode Island, it's a gold mine. And not just with places, but also with the personnel and the community itself.
Hi, I'm here with Ed Habrick, First Selectman of the town of Stonington, tonight at the 2010 SECT Showcase Film Festival. And how are you tonight?
This is great. Thank you so much. Oh, it's fantastic to be here. This is a great night.
Oh, fantastic. And did you enjoy the showcase?
I did. It was just tremendous. The talent and just the creativity was just fantastic with all the films. I tell you, it was a tremendous event.
Hi, I'm sitting here with Jim Similore and Judith Nutkiss. And they worked on the film,
The Look of Love.
The Look of Love.
Judith wrote it.
Judith, I gotta tell you, I love that twist at the end. That was fantastic. Tell me about it.
It was done, it actually was an exercise for a class, and it was, I had to do something, you have a week between classes, and I had to come up with something. So it's actually an internet joke, and it had to do with heterosexual couples, but didn't understand it, so we switched it.
Hi, I'm sitting here with Jim, and Jim and I are here with Bob Kennelly.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
Bob. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. And please tell us a little bit about your role with SECT.
Okay, I'm actually the education coordinator, and so I have a team. Judith and 2 other folks help me. We go out and we find folks to come in and do seminars and workshops and lectures for our filmmakers. And it's been a great experience. It's a great role. I love it. And I have an educational background. I'm a former principal in New Haven, and now I'm a director of magnet school. So I kind of use that as part of my way of getting out to the folks and getting them in. So.
Well, I think it's really exciting that you've developed such an outreach program.
Thank you. And I think it's going to, in the long run, really make SECT films take off onto another level.
Ken, tell us a little bit about your role tonight in the showcase.
Well, I wrote and directed a short film called Bubba. I'm 50 years old, and it's the first film I've ever made. And while most guys my age learn how to play golf or riding Harleys, I decided to get involved with SECT films and make some films.
I'm sitting here with Kyle Kukta.
I've been working with SECT, mostly with crew, and it just happened, and it was.
You did a fantastic
Yeah,
job.
it was a lot of fun working with everyone.